So in my last video, I started to talk about my DVD collection list, and then I decided, why not just make an entire video about it? So at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday night, I burdened myself with taking down all of my movies off of these really annoying shelves. They're actually great, but very annoying when you have to have everything in alphabetical order and you get something like Charlie's Angels, and then you have to take down every single movie to add a new one to the shelf. But anyways, here is my DVD collection. DVDs are my favorite gift to get. A couple years ago for Christmas, my sister just literally handed me a stack of movies, and I think that's my favorite present I've ever gotten. I also get a lot of movies from the library when they're sorting out, like maybe they have too many or they don't need a certain DVD anymore. They sort it out. So I have these really weird looking movies that looks like I stole them from a library, and I promise I didn't. Of course, I try to collect all of my favorites, but I also love to collect any movie that meant something to me at one point or another. So I have a lot of family favorites that I grew up watching. I have a lot from my younger years, not just children's movies, but like Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen and the Lizzie McGuire movies on my list to get. Anything that held value for me at one point or another, I'd love to have on DVD. It's also funny, there were a number of movies going through that I didn't quite realize that I had, or I couldn't remember the circumstances under which I acquired it. The Conspirator a while back was one of those examples, and then there are a few like The Number 23 and Wanted that I'm not planning on keeping forever. There are a few movies that I either got them for really cheap or I got them for a present, or they were great when I was younger, and then I rewatched them a little while later and thought, yeah, these aren't as great as I thought they once were. Right now I'm up to about 200-ish movies. I do have some that aren't in this collection that I had to leave at home because I couldn't fit all of my books and all of my movies in my tiny little Prius to drive out to LA. Fun fact, Twister was the first movie that was released on DVD, so I had to have it for that reason, but also because it was just a family favorite. Of course, Leo has his own section. They are in chronological order according to IMDb. I'm not sure why, but I find it very important that you know that while I have a new nice copy of Titanic, I did grow up with the double VHS. Having physical DVDs is really important to me. I grew up with a large collection in my family home of both DVDs and VHS, and I just love being able to show off and decorate my walls with them. It's such a huge part of who I am and the things that I love, and I'll never stop buying them. Ever. Ever. Mark my words.